What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Oleksandr Usyk, and Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this, Hearn's take on Usyk taking on Deontay Wilder. He says, I don't see Oleksandr Usyk losing a round to Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn, promoter for the two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, believes Oleksandr Usyk will defeat Deontay Wilder in an impressive fashion if the fight comes together. Last month in Saudi Arabia, Usyk retained the all-unified heavyweight titles except the WBC when he outboxed Joshua over 12 rounds to retain the unified straps. Usyk was then targeted by the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, who wanted a year-in undisputed showdown. However, Usyk made it clear that he won't be ready until early 2023. Due to that scenario, Fury is now engaged in serious negotiations with Anthony Joshua on a date in December. According to Usyk, he's willing to stay busy by defending his world titles against Wilder, who next will return to the ring against Robert Helenius at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The bout will be Wilder's first ring appearance since losing a shootout, with Fury last October in their trilogy fight. Helenius, widely viewed as a big underdog, is coming off back-to-back wins over Adam Kalnacki. Usyk has stated that he plans to be ringside for Wilder Helenius, with the mindset of potentially facing Wilder if he wins the contest. And Hearn says this, he says, I think Usyk Wilder, a good fight. I think obviously the Saudis will want the undisputed fight between Fury and Usyk, but that won't happen for a while now if we make the Fury-AJ fight. So we have to see. I don't see Usyk losing a round to Deontay Wilder, but at the same time, Wilder carries the power to cause problems for anyone, Hearn said. Let me counterpunch. I think it would be hard for Wilder to win rounds based on the way he fights, especially with a fighter like Usyk that has an undeniable, relentless work rate. Okay, the man never stops. That's why when he tells people, well, hey, I need time to train, when he does get injured, because Usyk and Wilder has their career of injuries, okay? The series of injuries these guys have are pretty much even. But I think Usyk gets his injuries due to camp. Most of the time, he's either training, CrossFit, or doing something that he ends up tearing or injuring a limb or a ligament or something like that simply because he trains like the Dickens, okay? That's what the man does, and his activity in the ring shows that. It reflects that this man trains like no tomorrow, whereas Wilder, he has a new trainer since last year. He got with Malik Scott, really since 2020, so the last 2 years, because after the loss to Fury in their second fight, he got with Malik Scott and made him head trainer. JD's is like secondary or whatever, you know, bucket holder or whatnot. But he has another trainer, and he's been doing different types of routines himself. But back to that fight at hand, I don't see Wilder winning those rounds unless he hurts Usyk to the point where that's the pivotal moment in that round. But other than that, if he doesn't knock out Usyk, he doesn't spilka Usyk, I don't see him winning a round either. Just because of how Usyk is. Usyk is not going to quit. And he's not a fighter that fights scared. He's not a timid fighter. He's not an apprehensive fighter. He's a fighter that comes at you, bobbing, weaving, dipping, dashing, you know, left to right, constantly throwing punches. And it's almost like, damn, is this man going to stop? I'm waiting for him to stop so I can at least throw something and show this man what I got, you know. Because fighting Usyk, like Dave Allen said, it's almost like this. When you, like, he sparred Usyk, rather. And sparring is fighting to me. It's just padded fighting in some cases. Unless you're Mike Tyson or Regis Prograis. Shout out to New Orleans. He will box you, and then it'll be over before you know it. You'll ask yourself, well, what the hell that really went on? Because he gets it done, and it just shows you that the focus at what he's doing at the time is so intense that if you're not careful, the rounds that you spar him or fight him will just fly by. And he will do some things in there. He'll give you some lefts, some uppercuts, some straight lefts to the body, some right hooks. You know, he'll punch over your jab like he did Joshua and others, or Chisora. He will show you, you know, different dimensions, different angles. He will do that. But you can never rule Wilder out. Now, here's the twist. I always pay attention on who's saying what. Of course, we know this is Eddie Hearn. We know Eddie Hearn and the relationship with Wilder and his manager, Shelly Finkel. It's not good. It's not great, right? And we also know that his fighter, Anthony Joshua, was defeated twice by Oleksandr Usyk. So the go-to thing, or you would think, the go-to thing to report or to narrate would be, yeah, that fighter that beat my fighter clearly won't lose to the fighter that we never fought, or our rival fighter that we never fought. So, you know, this is Eddie Hearn. So you have to take that, you know, and throw that in the pot, simply because Eddie Hearn would probably desire Usyk to beat Wilder. Therefore, if he beats Wilder, he's already beat Joshua, then, you know, there's no shame in that. But if Wilder beats Usyk, then, okay, wow, a fight that we never got, right? And then the guy that beat us, that guy, got knocked out by the guy that we never got. So people then, by comparison, will compare and rate Deontay Wilder over Anthony Joshua simply because people believe in the triangle theory, okay? So it is biased, sure, but is it true? Sure. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Eddie Hearn stating that Oleksandr Usyk wouldn't lose a round to Deontay Wilder. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!